So I'm in my Romanesco bed here. I've taken the mesh off and given it a really good weed, and it's as I suspected. So most of the Romanesco have got caterpillars or snails on them. Oh gosh. And as you can see, they've bolted. So there's a couple that I might still be able to get something from, but I will actually pick this stuff that has bolted because Romanesco is delicious. It is that really odd looking green cauliflower that is gorgeous. And a couple of years ago I had some great Romanesco, but these ones have bolted. Like I said, a lot of my brassicas have bolted because we've had this really mild weather. But I will take them in, and then it's going to free up this bed for my next lot of brassicas that I put in, or my overwintered onions. So I've got the seedlings at home, and actually thinking about it now, I've got some really nice cabbage in 9cm pots, and I might put them in here as I take these out. I do have two normal cauliflowers on the end, and that is the all year round cauliflowers. One I saved from woolly aphid and it's starting to heart up, and the other one has got a little bit of a floret coming as well. Behind me I've got the bed of my cauliflowers. They're doing okay, they don't need to be picked yet, so I'm going to hold off as much as possible. And this is what I do on Flowers Day, because cauliflower and purple sprouting broccoli and all of that has a little head on it, calabrese or normal broccoli, is a flower. So let's get these, take them home. Din dins. So I'm weeding this bed here in front of me, and I am going to put some more Pak Choi in. I've got this really lovely red Pak Choi that does really well for me. I only really grow two types of Pak Choi. One is the red because it's really tough, and the other one is something called Joy Choi, and it's a much bigger Pak Choi. I have some seedlings of that in the greenhouse, and they're not quite ready to go out in the beds yet. Like I said before in my videos, I kind of like to get the little seedlings and then pop them on into 9cm pots, so I know that they're going to have a really good root structure. That seems to work really well for me. So this bed had French beans in, dwarf French beans, and they were okay. They weren't that fantastic, actually. I found that this year my bean situation was much better from climbing beans, actually. Over in the allotment I had some climbing beans, and we made quite a big structure over there, and I had 3 different types of bean over there, and they were absolutely amazing. But my dwarf beans didn't do as well. They usually do quite well here, actually, in the kitchen garden, but this year I don't know. It's funny, isn't it? You think you know what's going on with gardening, but you never do, actually. This bed has got quite a lot of perennial weeds in it, and I think it's because next to it, you can just see in that patch there, I've got a lot of couch grass, and it's a difficult situation there because I've got all my climbing roses on this wall here, so I can't really get in and dig much. Every year I just try and pull out as much as I possibly can, but it's a labor of love, isn't it? And so I'll just continue weeding this. I'm not sure it actually needs, I might put some mulch down. I've got a bag of mulch, and I might put some mulch down, actually, because in the bed next to me, that one there that you can see with the net over, that's my other Asian greens, actually. And in that bed I have tatsoi, which is, you know, it's growing. It looks good. It's growing. I tell you what, though, something is eating it. Do you think I can find what it is? It's not slugs, but what I did find today was one of those tiny, tiny little snails, and there've been a lot of those around this year, I've noticed. So I think it's probably that's eating the Asian greens. So yes, I've got tatsoi in there. I've got some red pak choi in there, and I've just dotted in between. I've just dotted some spring onions or salad onions, if you want to call them that. And yeah, I'm going to do that in here as well. And then this netting I've shoved down here, and I'm going to put over the top so that, well, first of all, so that the neighbouring cats don't get in there. What's this? It's quite unbelievable what you find in this garden. Yeah, and other than that, I don't know anything else that's around this time of year that's going to kind of attack my stuff. So let's just continue doing this. Right, so I've done all the weeding, and I've also kind of gotten into the couch grass as much as I possibly can. But I will get into there a little bit later on. So I've got the rest of this red pak choi, just checking it over now for anything that's eating holes in the leaves. So we had problems with flea beetle, then we had problems with slugs, then I had problems with caterpillars. Who knows what else is going to get them. And now I've got problems with little snails. Anyhow, on this bed I have put some mulch. Very well rotted mulch, as you can see. And this tray here are spring onions or salad onions. I call them spring onions, but yeah. These are, in my opinion, the best spring onions for autumn winter growing, and they are called guardsmen. They're not a bulbing onion, they're a proper spring onion, so they stay nice and thin. And I've got half a tray, the rest of them are in the bed behind me, and I'm going to sow these in between my red pak choi. Now I have to leave this bed, and in actual fact I might go into the greenhouse and see what other Asian greens I've got ready. I've got some very small tatsoi coming as well, and very small red pak choi, and I've put them in 9cm pots, and I don't think they're ready yet to come in the garden. So I'm going to leave this bed for them, and because I was thinking of putting spinach in here, because I've got some, excuse me, bless me. I hope I covered the microphone for that. That would have blown your ears off. Yeah, these are going to be good. Only I need to put my gloves on, I think, to plant these, because this mulch is a little bit, I don't know, a bit smelly, I think. So just to be sure, let's put the gloves on. Put these in. Okay, so I have got, well, most of them, I've got 2 pak choi per pot. I only did it as a guarantee that I would get 1 pak choi, but I've left them because I haven't got as many as I actually wanted. So I've actually left 2 pak choi in there as well, and I've got 2 tatsoi in there. Now tatsoi grows really big, so they're pushing apart, which I don't really care. So I've left the pak choi in there. You know, see, look, everywhere you go there are more roots. Keep diligent, everybody, with your digging out of roots. These are good. Very nice indeed. Very, very nice indeed. So they're going to do well in here. and like I said, in between. So what do I do? A Pak Choi, what does it grow? I reckon I've given it about, yeah, 6, 7 inches in between. I'm going to put 4. Did I do 4 in there? Yeah, I'm going to do 4 in here. These beds are a metre square, most of my beds. Some of the ones at the front are a little bit bigger because we had to get those during lockdown, and all the garden companies sold out of raised beds. So Mr. N had to make me some raised beds, and he actually made them 120 by 100, yeah, because they needed to butt up against the other ones. So they're just a little bit bigger. But these ones were kits, and they are 90 centimetres to a metre square. So beautiful. I didn't put any feed down. I was thinking of putting some bloodfish and bone, but I think that this soil, and especially with this mulch, they're going to do quite well. So I will continue and show you the end results. And my microphone stopped working, so I just want to say there we are. I have those salad onions, a row of those, and I've got my Pak Choi in there as well. Like I said, I will be filling up the rest of the bed, and I'm just going to show you the others in the greenhouse. Here they are. Again, my microphone's not working. So I've got a tray there of tatsoi and red Pak Choi, and the little modules are Joy Choi. They're the bigger Pak Choi that I was telling you about. But I had to pot these up because they were being eaten by caterpillars. They're doing not too badly now. The caterpillar leaves are okay. So I've got all of those there, and the Joy Choi's on the right. They're nearly ready to go in, these ones, actually. The root structure's okay, but not quite ready yet. And I have 12 of those in there. Again, I've got 2 per cell, but I will chop those off and I'll have 1. And just have a look at my chilies while I'm here in the greenhouse. They're doing really, really well. I've also got some ginger there, but I'm moving the chilies into this big greenhouse, and they're doing really nicely. There's some more tatsoi for you. That's going to go in as well. And actually, I'm thinking about putting that in the greenhouse over on the allotment. I've got some lettuce coming. They're looking pretty good. Then I'm thinking about where to put those. They might go under cover in the greenhouse as well. And there are the rest of my chilies.